Hey guys, Brady here, and I just saw Transformers Age of Extinction. So, basically, this is about this takes place about maybe 5 years or so after the events of Transformers 3, and now we've got new characters to, get involved with. We have Mark Wahlberg and her, Mark Wahlberg and his daughter, Nicola and Pelt, well, not really his daughter, but his daughter in the movie, Nicola Peltz from Last Airbender, and he basically finds an old rusty transformer, which turns out to be Optimus Prime, and he and so he's basically like this inventor. He invents like all these gadgets for the house and stuff like that, and he doesn't have a lot of money, and so his house is about to be what's it called, repossessed or something like that. And so, and this takes place in like somewhere in Texas. I forgot what part of Texas they were at. So anyway, this movie is 2 hours and 45 minutes long. It didn't need to be that long. They could have cut it about maybe 15 minutes shorter. It would have been good if they did that, but I didn't have any problems with it. My only problem with this movie, and I'll get back to the plot. My only problem is that they'd focus on this. They'd focus on one scene. This happened like every like they had like this thing that happened like 20 minutes into the movie. Like the first 20 minutes of the movie was they set up a scene, making you think that they're gonna go along with the scene. And they're like, you know what, screw it, we're just gonna scrap the scene. We're gonna just end the scene right here, and we're gonna cut to this scene, and then we're gonna go back to that scene afterwards. Which I was like, that's very sloppy editing. I did not like that. That was my only problem with the movie, was the sloppy editing that happened within the first 20 minutes or so of the movie. But other than that, the movie was actually pretty fun to watch. I had fun with the explosions. Well, I don't know. The explosion was eye candy for me. What do you expect? It's a Michael Bay film. If you were expecting an Oscar, then you guys should just go see. I don't know. I was gonna say something else, but I didn't want to. But anyway. So he finds a transformer, and by the way, the marketing for this movie is wrong. And I'm not going to tell you why. I want you to see, because I don't want to spoil it. You'll have to find out for yourself. But Stanley Tucci in this movie was basically like the John Turturro of the first trilogy. Except he was a lot better than John Turturro. I didn't find this movie as bad as critics were saying it was. I mean, sure, it's bad, and also my only problem with the movie is my other problem with the movie was the fire effects. They looked kind of cheap a little bit, and yeah, the effects on like when you see like fire or like after an explosion you see like fire. The fire looked kind of fake. You could tell it was CGI fire, which like really 2014 and we still need to use CGI fire. Oh. You don't really want to use real fire in a movie anyway, but still. But I enjoyed this movie. I actually made a drinking game out of this. Drink every single time you see a car flip or an explosion. Right? Drink every single time you see a car flip, every single time you see an explosion, every single time you see what's it called? Every single time you hear the girl say dad, or every single time you see a hot girl. I don't know. I just came up with that as we were watching the movie. And you will be taking about 10 sips within the first 5 minutes of the movie. No, 2 minutes of the movie. Really, 2 minutes into the movie, there's like 4 or 5 explosions. Anyway. Big ones too. But fuck, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I'm sorry, this review is jumbled all over the place. I don't have a script, I'm just saying whatever comes to my mind. But anyway, I'm just gonna stop right there, because I'm rambling now. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to explain the other side of the plot before I go, I'm sorry. Stanley Tucci's character is basically like this government, and he's he basically is keeping a transformer somewhere in like this government place. And I don't want to really tell